Meme coin season is here, and some people are making a lot of money with them, and some people are losing a lot of money. I personally do not like the meme coin investment style. I like to make my investment as passive as possible and make my passive income as consistent as possible. And with meme coins like Chill Guy or other meme coins that you might see like Bonk or Dog with Hat, they are not very consistent, and it's pretty hard to predict your returns. But what's cool is that you can actually take advantage of people trading meme coins and make money from the fees that they're paying. This is a very untapped strategy that you guys will love. So for example, if you're on Orca and people want to swap their USDC for Sol so that they can start trading meme coins, this is a very popular thing going on. For example, someone might go ahead and swap $300 into USDC and go ahead and receive Solana so they can go ahead and start trading. A lot of times people will swap much more money than this so they can have a lot of money to trade with. But when people are making these trades, they're paying a solid fee. You can see that when someone makes this trade, they'd be paying an 8-cent liquidity provider fee. Now, think about how many trades just like this one, USDC to Sol, are going on every second. For example, for this trade right here, it says the trader would be paying a 13-cent fee. Just think about how many trades are going on every minute on the ecosystem. There's so many fees being paid every minute, and you can actually take a percentage of those fees for your own take-home money if you provide liquidity to these exchanges. So the liquidity providers of USDC to Sol are making money every time someone pays a fee like this one, which is every time a trade gets initiated. If you head on over to Metrics Finance, you can find these opportunities. This is the best software for one, finding these liquidity providing opportunities, two, simulating your returns and seeing how much money you could potentially be making, and three, building out your portfolio. So if we go to the Discover section at the top, we're going to take a look at the exchanges and networks. Now for this video, we're just going to be talking about Solana. So I'm going to select Orca and Radium for the exchange. I'm going to deselect Uniswap, and for the network, I'm going to go ahead and select Solana. Now if you're excited for me to show you, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss an upload. Anyways, now we can see all the opportunities on the Solana network. So you can really take advantage of the people that are trading meme coins. They might be throwing in thousands of dollars and losing it, but in that time frame, they're paying a lot of fees, and you can be getting a percentage of those fees for yourself. It says there's 423 pools to sort through, and right off the bat, we see pools doing very low APR. Let's go ahead and filter all of those out of here. So we can go to fees APR, and we can type in higher than 20%. Now we can look for opportunities that have higher than 20% APR. Now we have a lot here. So USDCs to Sol. Let's check out this one. I'm currently in this position. I can go ahead and show you. I'll go over to Orca, go to the portfolio section at the top, and you can see in this position, I have $680 in it, and I've made $19.13 in fees since I deployed. My estimated yield per day based on the past 24 hours of data is 0.5%. That's a lot. And this is with a pretty broad range too. There are risks to this investing, just like any investing, such as divergence loss or market appreciation or depreciation. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just giving you my opinion. So going back to Metrics Finance, we can simulate positions. So if we want to simulate this position, like the one I'm in, we can go to the Simulate tab and open it up. Now, when you're looking at these liquidity pools over on Orca, over on these exchanges, you can't do a lot of due diligence. You can't see advanced data about the history of these liquidity pools and how they're doing. So that's where Metrics Finance comes into play. It's such a great tool. I'm going to go ahead and swap the order of these assets so I can see how much USDC is equal to 1 Sol. And here we go. We have our chart right here. Now, I'm not going to go too in depth in this tutorial on how to find your range, but I will tell you the basics. Now, you can see there's two green lines on the right. The closer they are together, the APR will be higher. In the top left, you can see the APR. But when you spread them out farther, the APR will be lower. Now, I personally like my DeFi portfolio to be passive, and I don't want to be checking it all the time. So I like to have a bit of a wider range. So even though I'm not getting a super high APR, I don't need to be checking my portfolio every day. I can be pretty confident knowing that my pool is still in range and making earnings. So for example, if you had a range like this, which is looking pretty wide, pretty broad, you'd be estimated to get 53% yearly APR. And on Metrics Finance, you can see the amount of money that would be per year. This is with $1,000 investment amount. Say you wanted to invest $15,000. You could see the estimated amount per year, and then the estimated monthly amount. And these are the estimated fees you'd be getting. So you'd be getting estimated almost $8,000 in fees that the traders are paying. And by fees, I'm talking about these fees that we mentioned earlier, saying how when a trader makes this swap, like USD to SOL, they're paying a liquidity provider fee. You can look at other opportunities on the Solana network. That was just USDC to SOL. You can look at Ray to SOL. You can also look at Memecoin positions like Bonk to SOL. I don't look at those. I don't have any interest in looking at Memecoin positions because the EPRs that you'd be getting probably wouldn't be too consistent in the long run. I assume that you might get a high APR when the Memecoin is popping for a few days, even a few weeks. But when that dies down, unless it's one of the top few meme coins, you might not be making a solid APR. Here we have wrapped Bitcoin to Solana, pretty much two blue chip assets paired with each other, and it's almost 39% fees APR, has a TVL of almost $6 million. Let's simulate it and see how much we could potentially be getting if we were to deploy into this pool. So I'm gonna set the sample deposit amount at $10,000. Scrolling down, we can see the correlation chart, and we gotta do our due diligence. We gotta check out the volume history, the correlation. You can see these assets are 88% correlated, and by changing your calculation range, you can try to get the most accurate simulation as possible. Some of these features, such as zooming out your calculation range, seeing the correlation amount, are only available on the pro version of the Metrics Finance software, but other features are available on the free plan. And before you get into any liquidity pools, make sure you do your due diligence. Say, what is Solana? Make sure you look into Solana, check out what it is, make sure it's something you'd want to take on exposure to. Same thing with wrapped Bitcoin or any other asset you'd want to take on exposure to potentially. So here we could go ahead and find our range. Again, I'm going to keep it pretty wide. With this range, we'd be estimated to get almost 47% APR based on the past 20 days of data. And if I were to go a bit tighter, just a bit, we could get it to about 54% yearly APR. So with a $10,000 deposit amount, that's estimated to get over $5,000 a year in fees. We do have a community called DeFi Excel that teaches you everything you need to know to get started with DeFi. Let's be real, you can be missing out on potential yield of 50 to 150% APR if your crypto is not being deployed into liquidity pools. Now the thing is, if you go about this strategy on your own, 80% of people quit DeFi within their first 3 months just because it can get pretty complicated. They also don't have the right tools and resources at their fingertips. And that's where DeFi Excel comes in. Our goal is to help you be a profitable and confident DeFi investor. And we've built a clear step-by-step approach to DeFi mastery, and it starts with the big four: learning about blockchains, cryptocurrency, smart contracts, and decentralized finance. And then we move on to the fundamentals. Then we'll get you onboarded, and you can start to inject your capital with zero fees or as few fees as possible. Then DeFi Excel will help you building out your portfolio as well as managing your portfolio. Right now, it's at $47 a month for the base plan, which is less than what some people spend on coffee in a month. So go ahead, check it out. You can cancel anytime without having to go through support or something. And you'll also get a free trial of Metrics Pro, which is the software I've shown in this video. So that's a bonus. Make sure you click the link in the description down below and check out DeFi Excel. Now back to this position. So if this is a liquidity pool you wanted to potentially get into, you could go ahead, save it to your portfolio in the top right, then head on over to the build section to check it out. And if you want to get into it, you can go over to Orca, go to the pool section and search for it. You can search for the position wrapped Bitcoin to SOL and deploy your capital. Make sure to subscribe if you learned something. I really want to see who learned something from this video, and hit the bell to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. I hope to see you in DeFi Excel, and I'll see you in the next one.